Hey, what's guys, Whitey Dance here, bringing you another Motogp19 video. A little not disclaimer, a moan before we actually start this. Well, not really a moan, just like a word of something, because we just went on to Motogp. We skipped out the Moto2 because there was lack of action, lack of AI pace, and that was on maximum difficulty, and yeah, that's why we are here in the MotoGP class, and trust me, this race was great. So we're here with Danilo Petrucci at Qatar. Here, you can see oh, look at those Ducatis, red missiles. Oh, look at Fabio Quartararo going up the inside of Joan Mir there. As you can see, look at Quartararo. He's gained so many positions in the opening corners of this race. Jeez, the rookie's really showing his stuff today. Petrucci leading the race. Let's see how this is gonna go. We got Valentino Rossi down in 4th place. Look at Quartararo really going for it today, as you can see. Look at that line, he's really on point today, and look at that Kirby sliding everywhere. Oh, look at that. Oh, was that Nakagami running deep there? Couldn't quite see. But here we go. We've got Quartararo, oh, running deep. That Honda nearly clipping the back of Quartararo. Quartararo losing ground fast. As you can see, Quartararo is going to have to try and get back some time. Here we can see Marc Marquez's point of view, and he is leading, in 2nd place even, because he's actually by Petrucci, as you can see in front. So let's stay with Marc Marquez for a little bit and see how he's riding and see if he's pushing for 1st place. And look, that's Jack Miller, who's really not doing the best, and I think it is Nakagami behind Quartararo. As you can see, a nice view from here. You can see Quartararo trying to fight up the grid. So let's go back onto Marc Marquez then. Very nice stuff from Marc Marquez. Oh, challenging Danilo Petrucci, running slightly wide, and that's going to give Petrucci the better exit there. We got all kinds of cameras on Marc Marquez's bike. Yeesh. We got one on his helmet, as you can see. Oh, look at that control from Marc Marquez into the braking zone, onto the back of Danilo Petrucci, and we've even got one on his handlebars. There's so many different cameras for Marc Marquez, man. So many. And we've also got a 3rd person one. I don't know how that works, but this is what it'd be like riding as Marc Marquez. And look, he's got a very shaky line. He might be having some rear tyre problems. And whereas Quartararo, he's by Rossi, trying to get some time back on him. As you can see, they're slotted in behind each other. Very nice stuff. Here we go. Look at Petrucci, he's so on point today. So on point. He's been really good in the practice sessions and qualifying. He's been so good. Well, here we are then. Looking at, oh, look at Marquez really pushing on that Honda. And look at Rossi as well, and Quartararo. I think Quartararo's gaining time on Rossi, in my opinion. Just look at him, he may be far away now. But just look how much he's pushing on that Petronas Yamaha bike. Let's actually take a look at him now. Look at Quartararo, let's see what he is up to today. Getting a nice line through there. Is he going to get a good enough exit to challenge Rossi? It doesn't appear to be so, but we have had word that his teammate Franco Morbidelli might have had a front tyre problem, because he's dropping down the grid quite a lot. He's having problems turning into corners, which is allowing them to pass for up the inside of him. So hopefully he does okay, but we're all on Quartararo right now. as you can see, we got the three factory teams up at the top that are leading the race. We have the factory Ducati, Honda and Yamaha, with the Petronas Yamaha up behind, and also Alex Rins. Alex Rins has lost a lot of time on the top three, so that means he's down in 5th place. Oh, big crash from Maverick Vinales. Massive crash. Gone airborne. His bike was doing a cartwheel there. So let's see what happened. So here's Maverick Vinales, as you can see, and he hits someone else's bike. Wow, at least he's still on his bike. Everyone's swerving out the way. Hope Maverick is okay after that one. So here we are back on with Quartararo then. So Quartararo doing very well in this race, even though he has got a lot of catching up to do to get into the podium positions. A nice P4 would be okay, so I'm not sure if he's pushing for 3rd place or if he's actually just going to stick with P4, because P4 is good, you're in the points. I'm not sure much else he can actually do, because that Petronas bike hasn't got the downforce, simply because the factory Yamaha team has got the engine, they've made it so they know how to utilise it and optimise downforce, acceleration and everything else to make the bike the best as it can be. So this Petronas Yamaha, he's going to have to drive or ride really well to get onto that factory one, because those wheelies are going to be costing him time and the lack of stability. Well, actually, the factory Yamaha has actually got more stability than the Petronas, but it appears that Rossi's struggling to control his bike through the next few corners that we're about to see. So let's go on to Rossi, and you can see he's wobbling on the curb, and Marquez in 2nd place, pushing onto the back of Petrucci, it appears, and Rossi onto the back of Marquez. So very interesting stuff coming from these guys. And look at Petrucci up the front. Look how stable that Ducati is through the corners. Really riding like a pro here. Danilo Petrucci. Oh, the rear sliding slightly. As you can see, maybe he's got a little bit of wear on that rear tyre, because he is sliding out the corners a little bit. We have been seeing that in qualifying. Maybe he's just gunning the throttle a little bit too much, but he is looking a little bit better for the race today. And you can see Marquez gaining already. But as you can see, if we find Fabio Quartararo, he is very strong through this sector that you can see Jack Miller riding through. And Jack Miller also doing really well this race. He's overtaken Rins, which is really going to help him for this race. So here goes Jack Miller on Rins, really trying to go up the inside, keeping it clean on the exit. That's how well that Suzuki turns. Great for getting cutbacks. Now let's go back onto where Quartararo is. As you can see, he has actually got straight up to Valentino Rossi. Fabio Quartararo, this could be a race of a lifetime. This is his first race of MotoGP, and if he wins this, then what a race. He must be rookie sensation. Look at him, look how much he's pushing that bike onto the curb. He's really maximising that throttle, and look at Marquez really sliding out, and so is Rossi. Look at his front tyres snapping up at the front there. Lack of stability, as I was saying. He is struggling to control that bike, but look at Quartararo onto the back of Rossi. For a minute I was saying Vinales, but Vinales crashed earlier on in the race. Look how much he's pushing on that bike for Quartararo. It appears that the pace seems to be picking up whenever he gets close to Rossi, so he's going to have to try and up his game more than he is now, because this could end with him finishing 4th, and I'm not sure if Quartararo is going to have that. Marquez then pushing onto the back of Petrucci, As you can see, we've got Rossi pushing onto the back, and look at that, tyres sliding. Oh, so close, nearly contact on Rossi's front wheel and Marquez's rear wheel. That could have been a big accident. But look at Quartararo in the background, hunting down Valentino Rossi. Oh, Marquez running wide. And that could have been Rossi done for. I mean, Marquez done for even, if he didn't have that Honda acceleration. Now, is Rossi going to get the slipstream? This is Jack Miller's point of view, just crossing the line with Rins still behind him. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to catch up with Quartararo's pace. Just look at the concentration and how fluently he's moving his body through the bike. Really got precise control on the Honda, and we can see Petrucci up ahead trying to maneuver his way through the track. Oh, it looks like he's really wrestling the bike now. Marquez, he's trying to desperately get onto the back of Petrucci. As you can see, oh, Petrucci must have gone wide there, as you can see by his body movement. Now, Marquez really pushing. Look how close he's getting to Petrucci, and look at Rossi as well, and Quartararo. Quartararo getting closer every single lap. We're on lap 6 now. Let's just have a look at that. Where is Quartararo on the field? Here's Rossi, here's Petrucci, and now that is Quartararo. Let's go on board with Quartararo. Look at that. Look at that. That is absolutely brilliant stuff from Quartararo. Look how he just manoeuvres that Petronas bike through, and he's going to get a good run into lap 7. Look at that. That is absolutely brilliant stuff from the Frenchman. And this is Petrucci at the front. You can see, look how fast that Ducati is. He's whizzing past the stands, all cheering his name. Look at that. He's Petrucci leading this race, and he's probably going to win it the way he's riding today. He's doing really well through these corners. Look at that line he's taking, not going off the track or anything. Look how smooth he is. I can't stop complimenting him. But Marquez late on the brakes with Rossi behind him, and Quartararo still in 4th, and Marquez slipping on the curb. Oh, that's just given Petrucci some time to escape the clutches of Marquez. Lap 7 then, about to enter the second sector. Really keeping a tight defensive line goes Petrucci, and let's just keep a look on behind him. As you can see, Quartararo also doing well. Rossi doing very well, still in the podium positions. This could be a great start for these factory teams, and also for the Petronas Yamaha, because they're all in the big point areas, which will be really effective for them in the Riders' Championship and the Constructors' Championship. So that'll be just good for all. And Danilo Petrucci doing really well, leading this race. It looks like Rossi is gaining on Marquez. If you see the gap, Rossi trying to push underneath, but can't quite make it. But look at Quartararo's really getting quick now. Oh, look how close he's getting. I have a feeling this is going to be a last lap battle. I have the feeling. Here comes Quartararo, gunning it down the straight. Look how far Jack Miller and Rins are from the top 4. And here goes Quartararo slotting in behind Valentino Rossi then. This is the question, is Quartararo going to make it into 3rd place? Here we are then. This has been the moment we've all been waiting for, the last lap battle between the 2 Yamahas. Here we go then. These two being really good. Oh, and look at that slide from Valentino Rossi. Look how far away they are from everyone else. Up the inside goes Quartararo. Really pushing now. Look at Valentino Rossi going for the defensive line. Very smart move from Rossi. He's got that really good experience from when he started. It's the rookie versus the experienced rider. Oh, and look at that. Didn't even mean to. He's overtaken Marquez because Marquez ran wide into turn 7. Or turn 9, actually. Or was it turn 7? I don't know. I'm not the best on my turns, but look at Rossi and Fabio Quartararo side by side, and that is Quartararo through. Oh, entering the penultimate corner now. Is he going to overtake Danilo Petrucci? It's going to be the final corner. Is it going to be Quartararo? Is it going to be Petrucci? It's going to be so close. And it is Fabio Quartararo. No way. Fabio Quartararo is overtaking Petrucci. Is Petrucci going to get him on the straight? It's not. What a win for Quartararo here at Qatar. What a win for Quartararo. Such good stuff today from the Frenchman. And we can literally go and talk to him right now. Look at that. From the way he actually started, he was already destined to get to the top. Even though he was this far back on the grid, he still made it all the way up to where Danilo Petrucci started. Or actually, Dovizioso. Don't know where he actually ended up going to. And that's where Petrucci started. He started in P4. Did not know that. And that must be Nakagami, the one who was actually pushing earlier in the race. Jack Miller there. And where did Rin start? He started P2. Jack Miller doing really well. And Franco Morbidelli starting quite a few positions in front of Quartararo. But Quartararo did make it very far past him. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss a video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.